Hi, my name is Amber. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy today's video. Okay, let's get into it. Paganism, what even is it, right? I mean, you've probably heard the word thrown around a lot, maybe seen some Instagram posts with people in flowy dresses holding crystals or dancing under the full moon. But if you're like, wait, what does it mean? Don't worry, you're not alone. Let's break it down in the most real way possible. So, what is paganism anyway? First things first, paganism isn't just one religion or belief system. It's actually a super broad term that covers a lot of different spiritual traditions. Think of it like a big umbrella that holds a bunch of smaller, more specific beliefs under it, kind of like how Christianity covers everything from Catholicism to Baptists to evangelicals. Paganism does the same, but instead of one god, it's usually a mix of many gods, goddesses, spirits, or just an overall reverence for nature. It's an ancient, earth-based spiritual tradition, and it's older than most major religions we think of today. Some of the most well-known types of paganism you might have heard of are Wicca, which is like the Pinterest version of paganism, full of cool witchy vibes, Druidry, lots of connection to the trees, the earth, and Celtic traditions, and Norse paganism, think Thor and Odin, but, like, way deeper than the Marvel movies. There's also Hellenistic paganism, which is all about Greek gods like Zeus and Athena. The list goes on. Paganism is nature-centered. At its core, paganism is really about being connected to nature. Like, really connected. You know how sometimes you go hiking or hang out by the beach and just feel at peace, like you're in sync with the world around you? That's basically the pagan mindset. It's all about tuning into the natural world, the seasons, and the cycles of life. Pagans believe the earth has its own energy and power, and they try to live in harmony with it. This is where all the moon stuff comes in. If you follow any pagans on social media, you've probably noticed they're really into the phases of the moon. That's because, for many pagans, the moon's cycle is seen as a reflection of life's cycles, waxing, growing, waning, shrinking, and everything in between. Each phase has its own meaning and energy. The full moon. Oh, that's like the Super Bowl of pagan celebrations, a time for major rituals, gratitude, and connecting with the world around you. The Wheel of the Year. Another huge part of paganism is something called the Wheel of the Year. No, it's not some kind of medieval time machine. It's actually a cycle of 8 festivals that celebrate different points in the year, like the solstices and equinoxes. These festivals are kind of like nature's own holidays, marking the changing of the seasons and the cycles of life. Here's a quick rundown of the main festivals on the wheel. Yule, around December 21st. This is the winter solstice, aka the shortest day and longest night of the year. It's all about the rebirth of the sun and celebrating light returning after the darkness. Imbolc, around February 1st, a celebration of the coming spring, associated with cleaning, fresh starts, and sometimes the goddess Brigid. Ostara, around March 21st. This is the spring equinox, when day and night are equal. It's all about fertility, growth, and planting seeds, both literally and metaphorically. Beltane, around May 1st. This one's a big celebration of life, fertility, and the full bloom of spring. It's kind of like nature's party before summer rolls in. Litha, around June 21st. The summer solstice and the longest day of the year. Lots of sun worship and celebration of abundance during this time. Lugnasad, around August 1st, also called Lammas. This festival celebrates the first harvest, where people give thanks for the abundance of the season. Mabon, around September 21st. This is the autumn equinox when day and night are equal again. It's a time for balance and giving thanks for the bounty of the harvest. Gods and goddesses, the ultimate squad. Okay, so if you've ever felt like monotheism, worshipping just one god, wasn't quite your vibe, paganism might feel like a breath of fresh air. In most pagan traditions, you're encouraged to connect with multiple gods and goddesses. These deities are often connected to specific things, like love, war, fertility, the harvest, or even specific places in nature like rivers or forests.
For example, in Wicca, you might honor the goddess and the horned god as representations of the divine feminine and masculine. In Norse paganism, you've got Odin, Freya, Thor, and the whole pantheon of Norse gods and goddesses.
It's like having a spiritual squad that you can call on depending on what's going on in your life. And it's not just about praying to them either. Paganism encourages building a relationship with these deities through rituals, offerings, and even just spending time in nature thinking about them. Offerings can be anything from lighting a candle to leaving flowers or food at an altar. And no, you don't have to sacrifice a goat or anything dramatic. Offerings are about gratitude, like sending a thank you note to the universe. Rituals and magic, yes, magic. Now, let's talk about the fun part, rituals and, yes, magic. Pagan rituals can range from super simple to elaborate. Some people like to cast circles, call in the elements, earth, air, fire, and water, and perform full-on ceremonies. Others keep it casual, lighting a candle or meditating outdoors. It's all about what resonates with you. And the magic? It's not like Harry Potter magic, though we all wish. Pagan magic is more about working with the natural energies around you. It's called witchcraft in a lot of pagan traditions, especially Wicca. This can involve things like lighting candles with intention, using herbs and crystals, or doing moon rituals. Think of it as using the energy of the earth and the cosmos to set goals, manifest things in your life, and align yourself with the natural flow of the universe. It's spiritual, but it's also super empowering, like taking control of your own energy and how you interact with the world. So, why paganism? Why do people choose paganism? For a lot of folks, it's about finding a spiritual path that feels personal, intuitive, and connected to the natural world. There's no one-size-fits-all way to be pagan, and that's part of the appeal. You can create your own practice, based on what feels right to you, while still being part of an ancient tradition that's all about living in harmony with the earth. Plus, it's a very open, inclusive spirituality. Paganism doesn't tell you there's only one right way to connect with the divine. It's more about finding your way, and that freedom can be refreshing in a world that's full of rigid rules. So, if you're feeling drawn to nature, into the idea of seasonal festivals, or just interested in a more fluid, non-dogmatic way to explore spirituality, paganism might be for you. Plus, who wouldn't love the idea of celebrating life by lighting candles, dancing in the moonlight, and maybe, just maybe, wearing that flower crown you've been eyeing? In conclusion, at the end of the day, paganism is a deeply personal, nature-based belief system that's all about connection to nature, the cycles of life, the gods and goddesses, and, ultimately, yourself. It's ancient, powerful, and here to remind us that we're all part of something bigger than ourselves. And honestly, that's pretty magical. Well, that is the short version, but if you enjoyed it, please like and share, perhaps even subscribe. It all helps to keep the channel here for you. I've been Amber, thanks for your company, and I look forward to seeing you next time.